If you want to go in the back room and stick bananas in your tailpipe, I don't care what you do. Just be here and do what you're supposed to do for me. As long as sticking bananas in your tailpipe don't interfere with you blowing on that horn or stringing that guitar or playing them drums, I don't give a shit what you do.
All my life, be waiting for you. No, how you do.
Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NayRob on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, before we get started on our book, listen, guys, I don't know why we're not getting the views on this book, because this is a good book. Seriously, good book. I have no idea. Now, I've heard some people's frustrations with the book about how basically Ray Charles was just talking about all the women he was knocking down throughout his lifetime. Yes, that's true. But at the same time, he's also giving us the dirt in regards to his addictions while creating the music. So it's a pretty good book. I like it. I don't get it. Maybe YouTube is on one and just deciding not to push my video out. For those of you who are paying members, I really do appreciate you all, because when I'm not getting the views, I can always depend on your membership. Thank you. Love you. Girl, when I tell you I love that girl, Bella So South, baby. Anyway, y'all, let's continue reading. Brother Ray. In 1954, Jerry and Ahmed came down to Atlanta since I didn't have any dates around New York, and I made my first recording with a band of my own. That's when we get to I Got a Woman Way Over Town. That's good to me. Let me tell you something, baby. I was down Houston that year. It was All-Star Weekend. Baby. She gives me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Yeah, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. Woo! That Jamie Foxx, Kanye West gold digger, that mother was gold. Because what I say, I was down in Houston during All-Star Weekend. Single as fuck. That's when we did I Got a Woman, blackjack, and greenbacks. We used the equipment at a radio station, and every time they had to do the news, we had to stop playing. My head still wasn't into business at that point. I remember that the Atlantic people asked me if I wanted to give them the right to publish my songs. I said yes, sure. But I was really surprised to be asked. I had been assuming that they had the right all along. Basically, I was still wide-eyed and innocent about all the finer points of finance. Still, I was able to keep myself and my band together. I never thought much about being a leader and looking back. I think it happened naturally. I guess the other cats had some respect for me because I worked as hard, or maybe harder, than anyone else. Discipline in those years wasn't a problem, 99% of the time, because Let me tell you what is a blessing and a curse with us Libras. We're not going to judge you harshly or hold anything against you if we know we doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've experienced people that get very upset when their partners cheat. But bitch, you cheating. How you gonna be so mad? You cheating. Okay, just go somewhere and be quiet. If you know what's happening. They don't know I'm cheating. Girl, shut the hell up. You sound stupid. That's the reason why they cheating, because they know you cheating, dummy. He was aware that he had band members that indulged, okay? Whether it be drinking or shooting dope. Remember the person that he had in his band who played one of the horns, Fathead, that would be Bokeem Woodbine's character. That mother hunchy will never play anything else but Bokeem Woodbine, no matter what he do. If he played a fairy godmother, he would still be Bokeem Woodbine. He like Jada Pinkett. Both of them don't know how to do nothing but be them, okay? Them niggas don't have no range. Sorry, Bokeem, I don't know you like that. I'm sorry. But anyway, and sorry, Jada Pinkett. I know you got some other shit going on. You think you a man inside of a woman's body. I know that woman gonna turn into a trans man soon. I just know. You know, Bokeem Woodbine's character, Fathead, was a drug addict also. Okay? And Ray Charles's stance, which is like Libras, as long as you do what you need to do, I don't give a fuck what you do outside of this. If you want to go in the back room and stick bananas in your tailpipe, I don't care what you do. Just be here and do what you're supposed to do for me. As long as sticking bananas in your tailpipe don't interfere with you blowing on that horn or stringing that guitar or playing them drums, I don't give a shit what you do. I didn't believe in talking to people who were drunk or smashed. I'd be too upset and they'd be too messed up, and there was no real chance of getting my message across. I'd wait till the next day when all was calm, then I'd make my point slowly and deliberately. If that ever happened again, I'd say, you're out. No question, no discussions, no pleading, no second chances. My voice would be low when I'd say that, and the cat would know, especially since it was the next day and the heat of the moment had passed, that I was for real. Obviously, I liked getting high in those days myself. So it wasn't a question of being too strict or sticking my nose in other guys' personal business. They could do whatever they liked, just as I did my stuff, as long as it didn't F up their ability to play the way I wanted them to play. We played the famous circuit of black theaters for years and years. The Apollo in New York, the Regal in Chicago, the Royal in Baltimore, the Howard in Washington, D.C. But we were spending most of our time in the South performing before strict black audiences. Traveling those southern states, we were forced to live through some funny social situations. After all, we were a black band, and America wasn't exactly embracing us with love, affection, and equal opportunity. Soon the wickedness started creeping into our professional life, and I found that I wasn't the right one to tolerate it. There were a couple of ugly encounters in the middle 50s. One took place in Augusta, Georgia. A promoter insisted that a date we were about to play be segregated. The blacks upstairs and the whites downstairs. This was a concert type situation. We hadn't faced the problem before just because we'd mostly been playing dances. I told the promoter that I didn't object to segregation, except that he had it backwards. I suggested the whites go upstairs and the blacks sit downstairs in the so-called best seats. After all, I was black, and it only made sense to have the black folks close to me. Mama had always told me, don't burn the bridge that brought you over. No, I told the man, if he wanted to segregate, he have to do it the right way, my way. Whatever little name I had, I'd earned by playing in front of black people. They were the ones who'd been supporting me, and I wasn't about to insult them. Of course, he refused, and he threatened to sue. Let him sue. But F it, I wasn't going to play. Years later, in '62, it happened again in Baton Rouge. I don't go around shouting about it, but I was one of the first cats to get sued for refusing to play a Jim Crow job. And I think we were the first band to integrate music events in places like Nashville and Baton Rouge. Do y'all remember in the movie at the end when Georgia had lifted the ban on Ray Charles? Because you know Ray Charles pissed people off. That is what us Libras do sometimes. We will piss people off and don't give two shits about it. Okay? But he had pissed the people of Georgia off, and then Georgia was like, well, if you don't do it our way, you can't play here no more. At the end of Ray the movie, you know, his boys were grown, and B was right there. They retracted the ban, okay, and made Georgia, the song, the state song. One night in 1957, I happened to be playing Philadelphia, and after my gig, decided to catch the Lionel Hampton Band at the Uptown Theater. This is when he started grabbing hold of the Raelettes. Okay, girl. You're welcome. One night in 1957, I happened to be playing Philadelphia, and after my gig, decided to catch the Lionel Hampton Band at the Uptown Theater. It was a band I'd always dug. I didn't know Hamp personally, but I did know one of his trumpet players, Benny Bailey, and I wanted to see how he was doing. Chuck Willis, the cat who did What Am I Living For and CC Ryder, also happened to be on the bill. He had these three girls backing him up, and right away their singing got to me. They were called the Cookies. The three girls, the girls who included Regina King's character. Yeah, Regina King, because I always get King and Hall confused. They belonged to somebody else. This motherfucker went in and wooed them away from, what's the dude's name? Chuck Willis's band. Oh, I like them girls. They already together. They harmonized real good. I'm a steal. They blended so tightly together that I couldn't help but sit up and take notice. They used just one mic, and yet I could hear every part clearly, without any one of the chicks sticking out and drowning out the others. They had their program together. In those days, I was gutsy. I simply walked backstage and introduced myself to them. The lead singer for the group was Margie Hendricks. That is Regina King's character, and she seemed to be the one in charge. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm Brother Ray, and I like y'all. In fact, I'd like y'all to record with me, if you're free. Why, sure, Margie said. I didn't know it at the time, but all three girls lived in New York, and that turned out to be another plus for me. While we were recording, I figured I'd have a chance to probe deeper and see if they wanted to hook up with me permanently. My plan was to hire all three. He plotted on them girls. Dirty bastard. See, that's why Ray Charles don't have no friends. He do dirty shits like that, like steal the cookies and turn them into the Raeletts. I had their name already picked out. The Cookies were no longer the Cookies. Now they were the Raeletts. I was very pleased. I had put together my own band and molded the sound I wanted. Now I could do the same with the girls. I could write their parts and have them accompany me every day. I liked that. Male-female friction. And once I had it, I never let it go. Margie was really something. She sang even better than I had guessed. I tried her out on different things and she knocked me out.
And even though